Γεια σας, καλημέρα. Με λένε Stalo. Today we are going to talk about the future passive tense in Greek. This video was prompted by a question from one of my viewers and the level is intermediate to advanced. Verbs in Greek are a very extensive topic with lots of different endings, formations and exceptions. I will try to keep today's lesson as simple as possible, but at the same time, I will try to give you a comprehensive view of the formation of the future passive tense. At this level, you probably know all about the two big groups of verbs, so I'm not going to go over them. The future passive endings are the same for both groups A and B, and they happen to be the same as the B2 group endings in the present active tense, like μπορώ, ο, is, η, ούμε, είτε, ουν. The endings are easy. The tricky part is the stem. Let's start with group A. First, let's take a look at the verbs with a stem ending in zeta in the present tense. Like, for example, the verb κουράζομαι. If we take away the ending ome, we are left with the stem κουράζ. This is a present tense stem. So the stem, as you can see, ends in zeta. In order to form the future passive tense, we need to know the future passive stem. So when we have zeta, we replace the zeta with sigma, taf, and we get the future passive stem, kurast, which is also the past passive stem. To this stem, we attach the endings for the future passive, which we saw earlier, o, is, I, and so on. Of course, if we want to form the past passive tense, we will have to attach the endings for the past passive, which will be covered in another video. So, κουράζομαι is the present passive, θα κουραστώ is the future passive. Here are some more verbs that are formed the same way. Χτενίζομαι, θα χτενιστώ. Χρειάζομαι, θα χρειαστώ. Ζαλίζομαι, θα ζαλιστώ. Εργάζομαι, θα εργαστώ. Διαβάζομαι, θα διαβαστώ. Please have in mind that all the rules that we are learning today have exceptions too, so don't be surprised if you ever come across a form that does not follow a specific rule. Another subcategory includes verbs with a stem ending in ni in the present tense, like the verb πληρώνομαι. If we take away the ending ome, we are left with the stem πληρών, the present stem. In order to form the future stem, we replace the ni with a theta. Πληρώθ is the future passive stem, and we attach the endings of the future passive, just like before. Πληρώνομαι, θα πληρωθώ. And here are some more verbs that are formed the same way. Ψήνομαι, θα ψηθώ. Χάνομαι, θα χαθώ. Σηκώνομαι, θα σηκωθώ. Σκοτώνομαι, θα σκοτωθώ. Here we have verbs that have a stem ending in p, vita, or phi in the present tense. For example, the verb γράφομαι. We take away the ending ome and we are left with the stem γράφ. We replace phi with phi taf in order to get the future passive stem γράφτ, and to this stem we attach the endings of the future passive. So, γράφομαι, θα γραφτώ. Some more examples. Κρύβομαι, θα κρυφτώ. Ράβομαι, θα ραφτώ. Βάφομαι, θα βαφτώ. Εγκαταλείπομαι, θα εγκαταλειφτώ. In this subcategory, the stem ends in kappa, gamma, or chi in the present tense. For example, the verb ανοίγομαι. We take away the ending ome and we are left with the present stem ανοίγ. We replace the gamma with chi, taf, and we get the future passive stem ανοίχτ. To this stem, we attach the endings of the future passive. So we have ανοίγομαι, θα ανοιχτώ. And some more examples. Τυλίγομαι, θα τυλιχτώ. Πλέκομαι, θα πλεχτώ. Μπλέκομαι, θα μπλεχτώ. Δέχομαι, θα δεχτώ. Here are some less common formations. Μαζεύομαι, θα μαζευτώ. Ονειρεύομαι, θα ονειρευτώ. Απευθύνομαι, θα απευθυνθώ. Αισθάνομαι, θα αισθανθώ. Διαψεύδομαι, θα διαψευστώ. Αποφεύγομαι, θα αποφευχθώ. Moving on to group B. All the verbs in this group, both B1 and B2, are formed the same way. Let's take, for example, the verb αγαπιέμαι. We take away the ending, ieme, and we are left with the present stem, agap. To this stem, we add the letters eta and theta, and this gives us the future passive stem, agapith. And to this stem, we add the endings of the future passive. The same with τιμωρούμε. The ending is ume. We take away the ending, we are left with the stem, timor, and we add again eta, theta, timorith, and then we attach the endings. So, αγαπιέμαι, θα αγαπηθώ. Τιμωρούμε, θα τιμωρηθώ. And some more examples. Χτυπιέμαι, θα χτυπηθώ. Περιπλανιέμαι, θα περιπλανηθώ. Περιπλανώμαι, that's another form of περιπλανιέμαι, θα περιπλανηθώ. Κοιμούμαι or κοιμάμαι, θα κοιμηθώ. Θεωρούμε, θα θεωρηθώ. Εξαρτώμαι, θα εξαρτηθώ. Εκτιμώμαι, θα εκτιμηθώ. Finally, here is a list of some common verbs that form an irregular future passive tense. Φαίνομαι, θα φανώ. Βρέχομαι, θα βραχώ. Χαίρομαι, θα χαρώ. Τρώγομαι, θα φαγωθώ. Φοριέμαι, θα φορεθώ. Βαριέμαι, θα βαρεθώ. Βλέπομαι, θα ειδωθώ. Λέγομαι, θα λεχθώ. Or θα υποθώ. Δίνομαι, θα δοθώ. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Ευχαριστώ. Γεια σας.